بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد خاتم المرسلين. Jazakallah khairan, sisters, for attending today with Sister Emma. I know you guys have some exciting things going on, so inshallah I'm not going to take too much of your time. I have a very short video to share with you how to set some short-term goals for one day. Inshallah we'll go over it right now. So today's topic is about one-day goals, and we'll learn about how to make our goals measurable, attainable, and timely, inshallah. So first of all, what is a goal? A goal is something that one of us would like to be able to achieve, something that makes us pleased or happy, a thing we want to strive for gaining, or something we don't want to lose. So let's take it as an example. Someone who has a goal to read a book over the weekend. So let's say Karima, she loves to read. She was given a book by her friend, and she wants to read it over the weekend, and it's 20 chapters long. So the question she has is, how can she achieve that goal? She has Saturday and Sunday to achieve that goal, to read those 20 chapters in 2 days. So before we get started, quick thing about good goals is also what we call SMART goals. They're specific, they're measurable, attainable, reasonable, and timely. Today we're only going to talk about measurable, attainable, and timely. What is a measurable goal? It's a goal that we can easily define. In the example we just gave, Karima wants to read a book. If our goal was only that, that is not a measurable goal, because a book could be 500 pages long, or another book could be 20 pages long. So in order to make our goal smart or good, we have to be able to measure it. So that's why we said she has a book that she wants to read that's 20 chapters long. And also we're saying she wants to do it within the weekend. That makes it timely. So we're anchoring it to a set time. We're specifying start and end times. And the last thing we want to talk about today is it attainable? Can Karima actually make it happen? Does she even have the book with her? Does she have access to the book? Can she read the book? Does she have the resources she needs to read the book? Does she have enough light? Does she have a place that she can sit down and take notes, and so on? So first things first. First of all, we're doing everything for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when we start to read the book, or Karima, she should start by saying, Bismillah, I'm reading this book, oh Allah, to become more knowledgeable. And the book is about Maryland and the history of Maryland. So she's trying to learn lessons from the history of other people so that she can avoid mistakes and maybe be smart and do good things in her life. And also before she gets started, she says, Insha'Allah, I'm going to read this book. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches us in the Quran, in Surah Al-Kahf, وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ ذَلِكَ غَدًا إِلَّا أَن يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ. Don't say I'm going to do something tomorrow, except that you say, Insha'Allah, I will, with the will of Allah, be able to do it. And then when you finish what you've been doing, you say, Alhamdulillah. All praises to Allah who made me do what I've been trying to do. In this case, Karima, when she's done reading her book, she would say, Alhamdulillah, Allah helped me read those 20 chapters in one day. So why is she reading the book? What is her purpose? What's the meaning out of reading this book? What is the value out of it? And what is the outcome? So the purpose, maybe she's reading the book so she can be educated. She can make good use of her time to learn things from history. The meaning is she's going to reflect and ponder on the stories of history and what other people in Maryland have done. You know, she's going to learn about some of the industrial revolution that took place in Maryland, the farming. She's going to learn about the history of the slavery. How did the state gain its independence? All these great things that happened in the past. She's going to learn about it. And then she's going to determine some value. How is that knowledge going to help me as Karima, the 12 or 14-year-old person? How can that make an impact on my life? What's the outcome? How is Monday going to be different for Karima after she has read her book? Next, we're going to go over some more details. So how many chapters is this book? We said it's 20 chapters. Why is that important? Because now we can start to break down this task into smaller chunks and say, all right, are we going to be able to accomplish each chunk in the time that we plan? So how many chapters do we need to read a day? If there's 2 days, then probably 10 each. If there are 20 chapters total, assuming that the chapters are all the same size. Now, sometimes in a book you find a chapter that's pretty big and one chapter would be small, like the introduction. So maybe it's not 10 and 10. Maybe it's 12 the first day and 8 the next day. What does reading mean? That's important. So she can just sit on her couch and go through the pages. That could be reading. Or she can actually read and reflect on each passage, each paragraph, and take notes in the margins. That's also reading. So the quality and the depth of reading is important to analyze so that when she comes to the end of her 2 days, she knows what to expect. So that's also part of being able to measure our goal. Is our goal to just do quick surface reading, a quick glimpse, or is it to actually read in depth? And what should she expect after she accomplished at the end of each day? At the end of each day, should she expect that she has a bookmark in the middle of the book and at the end of the book on the second day? Or should she expect some notes? Should she expect she should be able to summarize what she read to someone? Is she going to be more excited about Maryland? What should she expect to have accomplished? And how can she measure that accomplishment? Maybe by explaining to her parents what she read, that is a measure that tells her you actually read the book. So how's she going to measure it? So this is, again, like about measuring our goal. The next thing we're going to talk about is how attainable is this goal? Does she have light? We can't read in the dark. We need light. Now, obviously, the weekend has some daytime and nighttime. Is she going to have light at night? What if she's on a camping trip with her family and they're in the tent? It's kind of cold for camping these days, but maybe she's down in the south. I don't know. Maybe she's in Florida. If she's in a camping tent, she's not going to be able to read unless she has a lantern or some sort of light. Does she have vision? Or is she a blind person? Because if she can't see, she's not going to be able to read the book unless it's a special book. So does she have vision? Does she have the actual book itself? So in other words, does she have the resources needed, the tools needed to be able to read the book? Does she have a pencil if she wants to take notes? So if part of her goal, part of measuring her goal is how much notes she has taken, then she needs a pencil. Does she have a bookmark? Because she's going to probably get up and, go pray, go to the bathroom, get a snack, talk to her friend on the phone for a little bit, go help her mom in the kitchen, come back, read her book, watch some TV, come back, read the book. So, it's not she's going to be sitting all 22 days reading all 20 chapters. So she's going to need a bookmark. That's another resource she needs. So before we get started with our goal, is it attainable? Do we have what's needed to make it happen? Can she read that type of book? Is it written for a 6th, 7th, 8th grader, or is it a college level or, a very specialized subject matter book? Does she even like the subject? Does she have motivation and interest in it? Because if she doesn't, she's probably not going to be able to achieve her goal. So is it attainable? The first list of items here, these are resources, tangible resources. The second part is more soft skills. These are sort of like, things you can't really hold in your hand. We call them soft skills. Does she have those soft skills? Now, the last thing we want to talk about is the timeliness of her goal. Has she defined a deadline? We said the end of the weekend, but what does that mean? Is it Sunday 5 p.m. or is it Sunday 10 p.m. as she's going to bed? Or is it actually Monday because Monday, January 1st happens to be a holiday? So is that part of the weekend as well? It has to be very specific. So maybe the deadline is Monday noon because she wants to do things between noon and evening, before she heads out to her bed at night to kind of get ready for school the next day. So does she have a start-end date? How about between the start and end date? Today it's Saturday. She's got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or Saturday and Sunday. Does she have checkpoints in the middle? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always tells us to reflect back on ourselves and look around and see, how have we been doing so far? Go back and check. How much has she read in the past hour? If she has 20 hours to read the book over 2 days, 10 hours each, and in the first hour she only read half a chapter, and all chapters are equal, and we have 20 chapters, then obviously she's behind. She's behind by 50%. That's quite a bit. That's a lot. That means she's not going to get done what she wants to get done. So, in summary, if you have an activity today with Sister Amal to organize the library, ask yourself the question, what's my goal for the 2 hours, Sister Amal? How will I measure it? How many checkpoints will I have in those 2 hours? You might have 3, your friend might have 6. It's up to you, as long as you go back and check. How do I know I'm working towards achieving my goal so I don't come after the 2 hours and have a surprise? Oh, I didn't do much. And why are you doing this kind of work? Why is it important to you? So on the next slide, we have a sheet for you that you guys can print out. You can answer these questions here before you get started, and then you can head over to your activity. Inshallah, you have an awesome time. I wish I was with you, but alhamdulillah, I'm in Chicago at the ICNA conference. So I'm going to head downstairs, try to catch something today. I've not been able to go to any of the sessions so far. I was working on this for you guys, and then I was doing a campaign for Ilya. So support the campaign, check your emails, ask your parents, check the emails, ask your parents' friends, check the emails, and also ask everyone that you know, even your cat, to do a donation today before the bell rings 12 and it doesn't count for 2017. You can, of course, do one tomorrow, count for 2018. But this is a reminder for us about the Day of Judgment. There will come a time when the deadline hits hard and we cannot go back and make that donation that we wished we could have done in this life. So make the donation today, because we don't know if there will be a tomorrow. And also we want to count in this year, 2017. Jazakumullah khair. I hope everyone has a blessed time, blessed day, wonderful, wonderful winter break. And I'll talk to you all soon, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.